I'm here with Sheila. This is my mother-in-law, Josh's mom. And we are going to make a recipe out of this new cookbook. If you follow Chip and Joanna Gaines, this is her new cookbook. This is the Magnolia Table Part 2. And whenever it shipped, it came with an extra recipe card for the strawberry pie. So that's what we're gonna make today. And then one reason why we're doing this is because Sheila is just incredible in the kitchen.
Thank you.
And I always say that she can make toast taste gourmet. Like, it's just unbelievable. And I'm not the best in the kitchen. I think most of my friends know that.
That's you're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning.
Hi, Kristen. That's Kristen, your cousin.
Oh, hi, Kristen.
And so I asked Sheila while we were in quarantine if she'd help me do some of these recipes, and she said sure. So here we are.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of let her walk us through the recipe, and I'll just kind of move the camera around and we'll make this all go.
Well, first, this is a little different strawberry pie than what I've made before. It has no sugar in it. It uses a condensed sweet milk for the sweet part of the pie. And this one also has a graham cracker crust, which traditionally when I make one, I use a pastry crust. But this one we're going to use a graham cracker crust out of the book today. We're going to let Donelle just mix this together. We already have things measured out. So this is, I can't read this.
It's half a cup of
so it's a half a cup of the graham cracker crumbs and a half a cup of sugar, and then my butter.
And I didn't know you could buy these like this. Did y'all know this? Like you don't even have to crunch them. I thought it would be in your needling.
And then 8 tablespoons of butter. And you just stir that all together, and then you put it into a 9-inch pie pan. Press that in there. Now, if you want to make a little shortcut, you can also buy a ready-made graham cracker crust. That's just as good. It probably has some preservatives in it, which we're skipping today.
Yeah, that's probably true. I bet it does. Has a lot of ingredients on there.
So you just mix this all together. She's going to dump it in the pie crust, and then she's going to press it down. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees before you begin your process, so it'll be nice and warm. And once she gets this pressed down into the pie pan, you press it down in the bottom and up along the sides, which she did one for us a while ago, and we baked it off. It cooks for 8 minutes at 350 degrees. Now we're going to begin the beginning of the pie filling, the strawberry pie filling, and it calls for 1 3/4 cup, a 3/4 cup, should I say, of Eagle brand milk plus 2 tablespoons. And I'm sure Donelle will post this recipe for you guys. So I already have my things pre-measured out. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of squeezed fresh lemon juice. Make sure when you squeeze it that there are no seeds in it. And we then take this and we're going to whisk it together with a whisk. Get all the goodness off here. And just whisk this together. Donnie, you should be doing this.
I'm still working on my
Oh,
crust.
you're working on your pie crust. Okay.
Only because I don't want to ruin it.
So once you get your lemon juice and your condensed milk mixed together,
Let me put the camera.
then we're going to
That looks
just
like.
looks like this. Then we're going to take 2 cups of strawberries that are diced into like 1/4-inch pieces. And the way I do this is I just take the strawberry, wash them really good, let them dry. So then once you get the 2 cups measured out of your strawberries, then you ran away with my
I did. I'm really bad at cleaning it up.
Okay, so then we're just going to stir these strawberries into the condensed milk lemon mixture. And then we're just going to let those sit, and we're going to move over to a stand mixer now. Now, if you do not have a stand mixer, a conventional mixer is fine. You want a whisk attachment if you do have a stand mixer. If you do not, just use your mixing blades in your conventional mixer. And so we're going to put 1 cup of heavy cream. We're going to put 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And we are going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
And is there a reason why you have that vanilla? Or is it just one you picked
It's
up?
because I just like pure vanilla. There's nothing about it. I buy at TJ Maxx, Target, or anything, as long as
the Martha Stewart
expiration date's fine. Sometimes I have that I have brought back from Mexico, and so I just buy whatever's the cheapest pure vanilla extra. And so then it says that we're going to whip this on low speed for 30 seconds to combine it. That's just so the powdered sugar doesn't go blowing everywhere. So the way you check it is you just raise your mixer up, and that's a soft peak. I don't know if you could see it or not. When the mixer comes out of it, the peak doesn't stand, so that means this needs a little more time. Now let's see. So now when you pull it out, the peak stands up nice and pointed. I don't know if you can see it or not where I removed it from.
Oh, it's like
So
a
it's
little
ready
wave in
then
the
to
ocean.
form.
We're gonna walk back over to our strawberries.
Fold this in. So when you fold something in, you just move it, I'll show you, from turning your spatula up and up. And what this does is it keeps your whipped cream inflated, and it doesn't lose all its air and its nice fluffiness. So you're just going to take, let's see if I can hold this up a little, and you're just going to fold it over and over until it's all combined.
Yummy. I know what we're having for dessert tonight.
So once it looks like it's all come together, you can see how it's about the thickness of a pudding here. And then you're going to take your baked pie shell, which ours is cooled, and I suggest it be cooled. That also will not cause your whipped cream. I'll let you scrape this out, Donelle, as I pour in. So you're going to pour this into your pie shell.
I learned today to use the side of the scoopy thing. What is this thing called? A spatula.
Spatula.
More?
Okay, now that's good. And so there you have, that's all right. You just take your spatula and just smooth it out.
you see that?
Since this is not going to bake in the oven, this filling is just a little bit this really filled this up. It's a little bit full, but it'll freeze fine and set. You just take a paper towel and wipe off the drippings, and then you just take some of your strawberries, and I just cut the strawberries in half and just place them on around and in decor. I'm not going to do it because I don't want these strawberries to freeze. So after this comes out of the freezer, then I'll just kind of press them down in so that they'll stay in the pie crust, in the pie filling, and it'll dress it up a little bit and have some decorations.
All over me. So I will definitely post this later when we pull it out of the freezer and it's all finished, and I'll post a picture of it.
And if you want to make this ahead of time, it's a good make ahead of time. After it freezes and you pull it out of the freezer, then you can just cover it with saran wrap or foil, and it'll stay in your freezer good for a good 5 days, and then you can pull it out and serve it. So it's an easy make ahead dessert too.
Yeah. My favorite wedding gifts that we got, Sheila hand wrote a lot of the recipes and put it in this beautiful box for us. And so we were just wondering if anybody would be interested if we did a video maybe once a week, you know, and we did it for like $5, and then we put all of those proceeds towards our local businesses that are in town, so we can help support them during this time of being at home.